get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, staying out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on? What's the word, man? How everybody doing out there, man? I hope everybody having a good day, man. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. Hope everybody was staying out the way in the process, man. That's the only way to be, man. We got to stay out the way out here, y'all. We got to stay out the way. Always, man. That's the goal out here. That's the key out here. You stay out the way, your life will be much easier, man. I'm telling y'all, man. If you stay out the way, that makes everything better. Trust me on that, man. But first, let me thank everybody who been hitting that like, share, and subscribe, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all been turning me up, man. And I appreciate that, man. I'm going to keep this good content coming. I'm not going to let y'all down. I'm going to keep these bangers rolling. And we're going to keep rolling. And I'm going to make sure everybody got something to listen to when they at work. Make sure all the truck drivers got something to listen to when they out driving. Make sure y'all being safe by doing it. But I'm going to keep them coming, y'all. I promise, man. I'm going to keep the bangers coming. And y'all ain't going to have to worry about anything. I promise, man. I got y'all, man. But appreciate everybody who hit that like, who hit that share, and who hit that subscribe. We needed that. Keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum, y'all. I got to drop bangers to keep the momentum. I'm going to keep it going. So let's keep it going. But let me ask y'all a question, though. What do y'all think about that intro I just dropped? Y'all like that intro? Y'all feeling that? What y'all think? My homeboy made that intro, man. He murdered that jump too, man. And for real, I want y'all to go check him out, man, because he makes some good music, man. His YouTube is at the real burner 2590, man. Go check him out, man. If y'all like good bars, y'all like classic rap, go check my dog out, man. He make good music, man. He on YouTube, man. Go rock with him, man. But look, this is what the story gonna be about today, y'all. You know what I mean? This story right here that we talk about, that I'm about to give y'all right now, is about the investigator that was on Sussex, man. The majority of the time when I was up there. I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all can ask anybody, man. Anybody y'all know, or anybody that was on Sussex too, man. Or Sussex 1, he probably be on both of them jumps. Ask anybody about who's the investigator, and they'll tell y'all this dude I'm talking about, man. This dude was a freaking maniac. I'm telling y'all, he was crazy, man. Like, I couldn't take it no more, y'all. I got to the point where I was just like, I got to get off Sussex. I can't do it. This dude I watched him clean the whole thing up. He cleaned the whole Sussex up, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, it went from weed everywhere to everybody doing their own thing, moving around, getting money, to nothing. Nothing. You can't do anything. You couldn't have done anything. He was down on everything. He was good at his job. He tricked everybody from the beginning. This man was crazy, man. And speaking of the beginning, I got to go back to the beginning with this one, man. Now, the reason why I'm going back to the beginning with this one is because this is around the time when they finally moved us, when I told y'all, if you listen to my old stories from when they moved us from Fort Building, finally, from when they drug us from the beginning, then we finally got situated in the pod we was going to, which was 2C. So when we got to 2C and everything started rolling normal, we ended up getting normal floor officers. So everybody has a floor officer assigned to their pod. So around this time on the morning shift, we had a floor officer assigned to our pod. And this floor officer is the investigator dude that I'm talking about, man. And when I say he was down on, man, like, he didn't really care what we did back then. And that's what makes this whole thing crazy, because when he worked, we used to love when he worked. When he worked, we can get away with anything. We might be running from pod to pod, the back door would be open, dudes would be moving around, dudes shooting dice, dudes smoking in the pod, dudes doing whatever we wanted to do. He didn't care. He didn't care, man. I'm telling you, I used to see dudes constantly like talking to him. He was just cool with everybody. Like, dudes might get the rumbling. He wouldn't care. Like, he was just a cool dude, man. Like, when he come in the pod, when he came to work, all he used to do was just sit in his chair and watch the pod. Now, when you come into the pod, to your left, it's an office. Now, the office, the counselor used to come in there. it's a file cabinet in the desk in the office, but the counselor used to come in there for she could talk to dudes one-on-one. The psychiatrist was able to come in there to talk to dudes one-on-one. Or if you had a charge, they'll serve you a charge in there, or the sergeant had to go in there, they'll use it. Either way, it was an all-purpose office, but it was really the CO that's working the office at the time. Whoever's working, they can use their office. But he never used the office. He just used to pull his chair out in front of the office and just sit and watch the whole pod. And he had a bird's eye view of everything that was going on, y'all. I'm talking about, he was so cool. I know dudes got relaxed and and it was just like dudes was doing anything in front of him. Like he might have witnessed a lot of stuff. He seen how dudes look when they high. He seen how dudes look like when they come from the visiting room, if they got the package. He seen how dudes look like when they get the package, when they get it from the visiting room. He seen how dudes be looking when they be about to smoking. He seen how dudes look when they about to fight. He seen how dudes look when they got knives. He knew everything. And this is the only reason he knew everything is because he was just so cool. He didn't care what we did. I'm telling y'all, he was the coolest CO in the world. And it's so crazy because he was so cool. Like everybody liked when he came to work. And this say a black CO come to work. A black CO come to work, he'll be an a-hole. Like he'll give everybody hell. And we hated when some of the black COs work. When the white dude used to come to work, smooth selling, y'all. We already know gambling, jumping, getting high, jumping, moving around, jumping. If dudes got a fight, it's jumping. Like he didn't care. He was just a cool CO, man. And for real, I never, even with him being cool, I still never really had no conversation with him back then. You know what I mean? I really didn't talk to him because I still looked at him like he was a cop. Even with all that, I saw that he was still a cop. So at the end of the day, all I needed him to do was just keep being cool. That was it, because he didn't give a dang what we did, man. You know what I mean? And for real, I kind of respected him for that, man, because I looked at it like, yo, this is crazy. We get hell from the black COs, but the white dude coming and let us rock, man. But the whole time, he won't let us rock. He was rocking us to sleep. He was rocking us to sleep, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like he was smart. Like he did his job really smart, man. It was crazy. It blew me to actually witness this whole thing. So let me fast forward a little bit, y'all. Let me fast forward back to the pod I was in when I told you I was in the cell with the dude AJ, and we had the phone. And remember I told you we went to the hole. He took the phone. I took my TV, and this is the first time I witnessed him do what he do. So we in the pod. I told y'all we was in there chilling. Jay-Z roommate Lil Rick had just went to the hole. He wasn't a part of this mission right here, but Lil Rick had just went to the hole. Jay-Z had just got shipped to 2 buildings. So me and AJ in the pod were Hot Rod and Lil Rick. Hot Rod and Lil Rick had just previously went to the hole. So now it was just me and AJ in there. So we chilling. Next thing you know, we on lockdown in the pod. We don't know why we on lockdown. The lady said we on lockdown. Boom. I go to the door, you know what I mean, to see what's going on. I hear dudes hit the police noise. I go to the door and look. I see some people with street clothes coming in. 2 of them. Now, the investigators usually wear street clothes. They don't have a CO, a correctional officer uniform. They usually wear what they're going to wear to work, period. That's how they dress. So I still wasn't thinking it was the investigators, but I seen people in street clothes come in. Sometimes they'll have visitors. They'll just come in and walk the pod, see what's going on. They have people from Richmond come by. So I was thinking it was them. So as they got down under me where I couldn't see no more, they went and they left from the bar right under me, and they went and stood by the middle of the tables, like in the middle of the pod. So I'm looking, and it's a lady and it's a dude. And then it's the sergeant, the lieutenant, and a couple of other COs. So as I'm looking, I'm like, man, I know him. So that years went by, y'all. Like he was our floor officer. I told you I was a 2 season. I went to the whole, you know what I mean, a couple of times. And now I'm in the 3D pod. So I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, hold on, man. Is that? So I'm like, it is him. So I call AJ to the door. Is that so? He like, yeah, that is him. So we trying to figure out what's going on. But to be honest with you, I never really even, I didn't pay attention, who the investigators were on Sussex back then. Now, I'm pretty sure I seen them, because you will see them when something serious happened, like somebody get murdered or a stabbing when knives are involved, just the big stuff. That's when you will really see them. So I really didn't see them a lot. There wasn't definitely no investigators that was running down on dudes, that was running plays on dudes, that was trying to get dudes toe off. I didn't see that. They came and did their job when it was time to do their job. So whoever the investigator was, they definitely was a sweet investigator. So I don't know how the investigator looked for real. So I see him and a lady in the jump with the sergeants and everybody. So I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, it's crazy, man. So boom, that's when they started pulling people out the rooms, you know what I mean? And we started to figure out why they pulling people out the rooms. You know, we got the phone, so we super scared. We like, what's going on? Long story short, when they finally pulled us out the cell, we go downstairs, dudes are talking, everybody's talking. Like, what we got going on? They like, yo, I think this is a urine sample test. They about to piss us. We're like, piss us. So that's when we found out we was about to get pissed. But we wanted to take back, y'all. I didn't even tell my roommate, but right before we left, I'm like, damn, I forgot what I was doing. I don't know if I was eating a honey bun. I was doing something, but my hand had to be washed. So when I try to go wash my hand, I hit the water. Your water is a push button. Like, I'm like, there's no water. So I thought something was going on because I never experienced water being cut off in population. So I'm like, what is this? So we go downstairs. They say that we're going to do a urine sample. We like, we're going? We're like, yeah, because usually when they give you the urine sample, you don't really go nowhere like that. They'll come to the pod and usually piss you. And that's how I go. So we're like, we're going somewhere. So they got like 8, 10 of us out there, 12 of us out there. He picked certain cells. Of course, me and my roommate was on that list. So we like, hold on, man. Like, dudes starting to talk as we walking in, like, yo, my water was off and this and that. We like, yeah, I was like, man, I checked my jump was off too. It was like, hey, he cut water off on dudes. Like, what is this about? So they take us down there, man, and they pissed us. And while we was down there, he's handling like the piss test. So like I said, I never really talked to him. He knew who I was, but I never really talked to this man to really like what's going on here? You know what I mean? But dudes were doing it. It was dudes that kind of knew him already. They were like, yo, what's going on? He told him like, yeah, I'm about to be an investigator. I'm like, Lord. So this could be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, I looked at it kind of like this can be a good thing because this man used to let us get away with murder. So I'm like, maybe if he get in position, it's going to be even more relaxing than when he was a CO as an investigator. So I'm like, this can be a good thing. But the whole time, not even knowing, this cut the water off thing, this walk you from your pod to a designated area to take a urine sample was his sting operation. This was his masterminding. This was his idea. So we didn't know this yet. So boom, we go to the hole. We go to the hole, y'all. You know, I failed. Both me and my roommate failed. We go to the hole. So when I go to the hole, I'm hearing about how the dude that was the CO, how he's the investigator now. So now everybody's talking like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, that cut the water off procedure is nuts. Like, people talking, the word is getting around the compound. Like, word gets around the compound like this, y'all. You're going to hear about stuff fast. So, boom. Before I get out the hole, they said this man, now he's going bananas. Like, he showed slightly what he was going to do. He got rid of me and AJ, my roommate. So now, out of nowhere, I've been hearing rumors that he locked the whole 4 building down. And they said when he locked the whole 4 building down, he got them to cut all the water off in the whole building. Some dudes had no water. So I look up, it's a line of dudes leaving the building. When my cell was at the hole, I could actually look out my window and see the whole compound, the yard. I could see, I had that side. I was in that part in the hole where my cell was, the window was the yard. So I could see when people from 4 building going to child, people from 2 building going to child. I could see everything, people on the yard. So I see a bunch of dudes going down the boulevard. So I don't know what's going on. So they come the long way back to get back to 4 building after. So when I seen dudes coming back, I seen my homeboy. I'm like, what's going on? Talking to him through the window. Like, man, he was like, yo, the investigator dude came in there, locked the whole compound down. Locked the whole building down and pissed the whole bottom tier in 4B and in 4B. In 4B and in 4C. I'm like, what? He was like, man, that's crazy. He was like, man, I might be going to the hole. Man, he was like, he pissed the whole bottom tier. I'm like, Lord. I'm like, man. So now I'm now from hearing the rumors about how everything was trying to change and like with the new investigator, the dude that everybody trusted, the dude that everybody was cool with, the dude that everybody used to rock with. And to be honest with you, he was so cool. I think if he was getting beat down in the pod by somebody, I think somebody would have pulled somebody off him, man. That's how cool he was, man. Like, he tricked everybody, y'all. Like, now I'm starting to think like, hold on, man. Like, this man trying to make it hard to smoke weed. Now, y'all know that's what I do. Y'all know that's my cup of tea. I don't do no other drug. The weed was getting me through. So it was a nightmare just to think that, dang, like he about to try to mess up smoking. Like, we really wasn't getting like dirty urines and getting piss tests like that in the beginning. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. Now, when I went down the first time, I told y'all in the store, and I was like, it was weed everywhere. Like, that was just a random joint. Like that wasn't like they target us and it was a play they ran on us. No, like that was like the jump when I was in 3D. That probably was a play, you know what I mean, that we didn't know about. You know what I mean? Of course, we was the guys in the pod, and who knows? They probably was like our time was up. So we didn't know that this guy was just gonna be a psycho like this, man. Long story short, like it was just crazy. And now he's trying to take weed away. That's making it even more crazier. You can't take weed away, man. I'm talking about weed just was helping me deal with my anxiety of being in the prison. Like being in prison is a terrible place to wake up and just see what's going on. Stand for count. Do this, do that, do this, do this. It's just so much rules, man. Even if it's sweet, you're still in prison. You make the best of your situation, but when you smoke, that junk used to kind of have me like, I'm chilling, relaxed. Do what y'all do. I got a TV, I got music. After I gotta follow the rules or whatever the case is, whatever I gotta do, I'm in relax mode. So that's why I used to like to smoke. Weed was getting my beard, man, weed was making my beard go by like this. So it was feeling good to smoke, man. So now that he's trying to take away the smoke, I'm like, this is crazy, man. So boom, I get out the hole. This is around the time, y'all, when I told you I got out the hole and I went in the cell with my man Lil Rick, which was in 4D. So when I got out the hole, they moved me to 4D. Of course, y'all already know what happened. The dude AJ did the whole thing with the phone thing. You know what I mean? That happened. He jerked me over. He snaked me, whatever y'all want to call it. That happened. I'm gonna fast forward that because that's part of the story. So when that happened, the dude Jay-Z, like I was telling y'all, if you heard my old story, the dude Jay-Z, they helped us get the phone when we was in 3D. You know, his roommate went down. You know what I mean? When he got moved to 2 buildings. So he ended up leaving 2 building and coming to 4. He came to 4D where we was at. So when he came to 4D, I told y'all, he said he was trying to get another phone. So I helped him get another phone. I really didn't want another phone. I could have got a phone right then and there too. You know what I mean? Because he told me when he moved down there, the people that he was rocking with in 3 buildings, now in 4 buildings. So it was whatever. But he was like, look, I'm trying to get another phone because y'all know Lil Rick got a tour off with his phone. So he wanted another phone. I helped him get another phone. I ended up getting a package. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could have got another phone, but sometimes like, I needed a break, man. I was just in the hole for a little bit. I got out. I ended up getting the pack with him immediately. So it was like I just was kind of in relaxed mode, being able to sell my little drugs, being able to smoke my little weed. And the phone thing, sometimes you got to babysit that phone like a newborn baby. So I really needed a break. So that's why I really didn't get another phone. Like, I didn't want another phone at the time, man. Like on Sussex with a phone, you can't tell nobody. Like it's just a different ball game with cell phones with Sussex. So boom, I get Jay-Z the phone, you know what I mean? Jay-Z's in the cell with a dude named Cheese from Portsmouth. So me and Lil Rick is in the cell. Both of our cells are on the top tier. I want to say Jay-Z was in 43. I was in cell. Me and Lil Rick was in cell 28. We was in 35. I think we was in 37 or something like that. I think we was in cell 37. It may have been 37. But we was in that cell. So we on the same tier. So, you know, with all this new stuff happening, like it's just random stuff happening around the compound now. This dude getting bagged, that dude getting bagged in this building, just different stuff going on and just blowing everybody. Like, what is going on here? So I'm telling Jay-Z, like, look, bro, be careful with that phone. This ain't like when we was in 3D. We could just sleep with it every day. Like, you know, we had that building. We had that part on Smash. We was the only population part in there. Be careful with that junk, bro. Like, you don't really want to hold that junk every night. I was like, for real, I ain't pressed on using the phone. Like, but if you want, you can just, you know what I mean? Like, you can just, you know what I mean? Just back and forth with me and Lil Rick, just if you can get some sleep and you ain't got to be on point. Like, I had just told him this. And the only reason why I'm telling him this, because I be being able to see the future sometime, y'all. And I saw that this new investigator dude, I said, I know what he done. He sat there in 2C and he watched everything dudes do. From everything, from smoking, from drinking, from 229 and going to other pods, from knowing how you look when you got the pack, from knowing how you look when you're going to get the pack, from knowing how you look when you high, everything. He sat there and watched the blueprint of everything because dudes trusted him. And he turned into an investigator and he used it to his advantage, man. So I already knew we was dealing with a maniac on the low. Like for somebody to just switch up like that. Now, I'm not saying you can't, you know, like level up on your job. If you got a job, regardless if you're a CEO or not, like you got to level up and keep climbing. But it was just wild to see him go from a cool CEO who didn't care to a investigator that's trying to clean up Sussex, because this is my first time witnessing somebody that actually trying to clean up Sussex. So I'm telling Jay-Z, like, look, be careful with that junk, man, because you know such and such, you know, dude is a psycho. You know what I mean? You just want to be on point. So, around this time, Jay-Z is still handling it like, nobody really knows he got a phone. It's just him and his roommate. But people were nosy. And when he got the phone, I got the pack. So people know I deal with him. People probably was thinking Jay-Z got it. You know what I mean? Jay-Z had something. I don't know. But all I know is this. That investigator dude, man, like in the beginning of the 2000s, like I started hearing about from the street that how the snitching was going on now. In penitentiary, it wasn't really a whole lot of snitching going on like that. Now, you might have had dudes that work for police or work for the unit managers that you would probably think they might be snitching, but a lot of the time they wouldn't be snitching. You know what I mean? Dudes would just try to put that bone on there. There wasn't a lot of snitching in the beginning of my bid in penitentiary. But when this dude became an investigator, that changed. And the reason why I say that is because he just knew everything that was going on. I'm talking about everything. Like when something happens, he'll be there. Like, and it'll just be like, how? Somebody got to be telling him this information. So I don't know who he had as a confidential informant or how he was getting this information, but he always was on point. So boom, one day I'm asleep. I'm in the bed asleep. You know what I mean? I go to sleep kind of late. So if I wake up, my eyes open again, it's going to be late if it's not going to be the morning. So when I open my eyes, I look and the lights were on in the pod. Now, when it's after the last lockdown, they cut the lights off in the pod. You know what I mean? They dim your light in your cell. And it's like it's a little bit darker in the pod and in your cell. So when I wake up, the lights are on. I'm like, what's going on? I get up. So as I get up from my door, I told you I was in 37. The way my door was designed, I can look through it was a crack in the side of your door is a little bit wide. So you can look through the crack and I can look all the way down at the tier from this way, pointing towards where Jay-Z's cell was at. The cell beside me, he'll have the view he can look down to the left of the tier. So I'm looking, and when I get up and look, wipe my eyes, I look. I hear a lot of noise. I hear keys. I hear COs. But when I actually got a good view, I look. I seen two people in street clothes. Y'all know who it was. It was that investigator dude. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh, yeah, Jay-Z cell. He got to be at Jay-Z cell. I know he ain't at 44 or the cell. I was like, man, this is crazy. I wake Lil Rick up. Look, Lil Rick, get him. Look. Like, man, he was like, man, I told him not to hold that junk all the time. I told him, man. So I think they trying to get in bro's cell. But bro was such a vet. He got his cell rigged up where you couldn't even get in there. You couldn't even get in the cell. That was some veteran stuff. So he probably had time to do what he needed to do. Now, he went to the hole. Him and his roommate went to the hole. So I never really got the full story. I never even really talked to him to get the whole story on that part right there. You know what I mean? And I bumped into him later at Lawrenceville, but he went to the hole. You know what I mean? And the word was that he went to the dude, tore him off with the phone. You know what I mean? That was the word. So I'm mad. I'm like, man, this dude just coming, just wrecking everything. Like I had a good situation. He tore off Rick with the phone. Jay-Z with the phone, and he messed the situation up. You know what I mean? He messed the whole situation up. You know, I'm going through, bro, what he had the peoples. I'm like, oh, I'm like, man, this dude, like this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy, y'all. So this is like now it's like 2000 and this is like 2006. Going in 2007. I'm like, this is nuts, man. Like, but he didn't mess with me that night. He didn't mess with me, but still, I'm just like, I'm starting to think now. Now I'm starting to use my brain like, this dude going crazy. Fast forward slightly. I ended up finding a situation through my man that was in one building. So my man in one building, he knew a dude that he had a roller. Now, I told y'all a roller is a CO that brings the package. That's what they call COs that bring the package, a roller. So he had a roller, and he didn't want no drugs. He just wanted money. So he used to do this for dudes. He will get your pack in, but you just have to pay him like $600 or something like that. It depends what you're getting. That's how he'll charge. So he was just getting money, and his CO was just bringing the pack in, and he was just dropping the pack off on niggas. I don't want nothing. I want boom. And that was smart. But of course, he probably had a phone. You know what I mean? So dude was getting some good bread, man. I want to say his name was Lex, and he was from New York, but I think he got locked up in Norfolk, I want to say. But cool dude, though, man. I don't know if he's still bitten or not, man, but dude was super duper cool, man. And when my man put me in the car with him, me and dude was doing good business. You know what I mean? Because that was the only business left for me to do, kind of like. I was like, I got to do some business, and I used to just rock with him. So, boom, that went smooth for like 2 times that I rocked with dude. You know what I mean? I got some weed through him. You know what I mean? So, out of nowhere, I done paid this man for a play. I done paid him. He got my money, everything. I'm just waiting for my stuff to come in. His peoples are going to meet my peoples, and it'll be simple. Out of nowhere, man, I go to lunch. As I'm going to lunch, I see my man that work in the kitchen that's in one building with the dude. He said, man, say word, the dude, the investigator dude ran in the junk, man, ran down on bro, man, called him with the phone, called him with this, called him with that. I'm like, what? Man, I gave that investigator dude a nickname, man. His nickname was T2 off Terminator, man. He was a psycho, man. He was, hey, man, he hadn't even made another, man. Like, he was just, man, he was just going crazy. So out of nowhere, he just started tearing a bunch of the old head dudes, a lot of the old head dudes that was real quiet, getting money in one building. He started tearing all of them off. So he's just running through one building. Like, I didn't even know it was that much dudes with phones in one building. But when dude probably had to play, everybody probably started getting phones. So like, dudes are just getting tore off. He's murdering one building. He already murdered 4 buildings. He got rid of us in 3 buildings. You know what I mean? I ain't hear about how he was blacking out in 2 buildings yet, but of course he's going to black out everywhere. He was cleaning up Sussex. He was cleaning it up. And the first thing he was doing was cleaning it up with the dirty ones. Like, y'all want to get the sack. Well, I'm going to piss you and mess up your whole situation, because he know if you get pissed, he knew this. If you get pissed, majority of the time, you're gonna fail the test and you're gonna go to the hole. That makes dude reset. You gotta reset when you go to the hole. It starts everything over, and that mess you up. A lot of dudes saw that play and was like, I'm not smoking, I'm just gonna get money. But it didn't matter. He still was coming to get you with the pack. He knew everything. So like I told y'all, he had to have a confidential informant, man. Like, he had to, man. Like, it was just too easy. It was too easy, y'all. Like, it was too easy. So out of nowhere, while me and Lil Rick still roommates, he done messed up my little situation, everything going crazy with that. He done told dude off. Now I'm just stuck on the island now. Like, just, it's crazy, man. Like, what I'm gonna do now? I started thinking, like, maybe it's time for me to get off of here. But to get off of Sussex, this is what you have to do. You have to go charge free for a whole year. Now, my annual review used to be in January, every January. So if I go charge free from January to January, I can get transferred to a level 3. But I told y'all, like, Sussex was super duper sweet. So nobody ever wanted to leave Sussex. Nobody wanted to leave Sussex. For what? It was close to Tidewater. There was plenty of drugs up there. They had women up there. You could move around. The rec always been straight. Everything always been good. So they come and call my roommate to the office, Lil Rick. So he go down there. This was a random time, probably like in the morning time. He go to the office. So I'm in the bed chilling. So I was noticing he'd been gone for a minute. So where my bed is at, I can look out the window. I can lean over and kind of look out our window and see the office. So I don't see him in the office no more. So I hop off the bed, hit the button. Where my roommate at? Oh, he went to the hole. You gonna have to pack his stuff up too. I'm like, pack his stuff up? I'm like, so she tell me he went to the hole for investigation. Now, we all knew, everybody from the town that messed with Lil Rick, we all knew that they had him stamped as the STG joint, you know what I mean? They was trying to say he was in a gang, which he wasn't, you know what I mean? He just got, like, they tagged him with it, like, he wasn't in the gang, definitely wasn't. So if you're tagged with an STG stamping and they think you're in a gang, you can actually get put on an investigation anytime they want to. If something happened and they think that particular gang or whatever the case is, like, they might just lock everybody up and have you on their investigation. You wouldn't have a charge, you'd be on an investigation. So they locked bro up for investigation. That was stupid, man. I was mad. They got rid of my roommate. I'm like, this is crazy. Bro ain't even in a gang. And they did this. This was nuts. So I'm in there dolo, you know what I mean? I'm in there dolo, man, probably like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I was dolo for 2 weeks. I finally get a roommate, you know what I mean? But as soon as I get the roommate, why they come piss again, y'all, man? They came and pissed again, man. The maniac investigator dude came in there with the tactic, the water, you know what I mean? Called me down there, you know what I mean? But for real, this wasn't one of them joints like he was trying to stink. This was more like they called it the joints right before count. You know what I mean? The water didn't get cut off on this one, y'all. But I'm filthy. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with y'all, I don't even feel like drinking water. I don't feel like drinking water anyway. Like, I just started looking at that water thing like, you know what I mean? They cut the water off, like, they coming. Like, that's how I looked at it. I didn't look at it like, man, I ain't gonna be able to drink no water. Like, no, I just looked at it like they coming. So they didn't cut the water off, but they called like 15 people down there. We all went down there, man. And of course I caught another dirty, man. So now he picked up on me. He's starting to see now. He like, yeah. And then when he got us in 3D, when me and AJ was roommates, he gave me a creepy look like he knew what was going on. So when he see me that time, he like, yeah, I know what you're doing, White. I'm like, what? He like, I know what you do. I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You know what I mean? So, of course, I went to the hole. Boom. I go to the hole again, y'all. So when I go to the hole this time, like, now that I'm in the hole, I'm hearing rumors about how he changed the whole wreck up. So like now that this man and like basically done cleaned up the whole Susses. You know what I mean? It's so many good dudes that he got off Susses, because when you get caught with a phone and stuff like that on Susses, they'll transfer you up to a level 5. They either send you cross the street to Susses 1, which is a level 5, or you might go to Wallace Ridge, which is next door to Red Onion. I was telling y'all about the upper room. They call that the upper room because that joint is in Big Stone Cap, Virginia. I told you, people's got to get a hotel when they come visit you. That's how far it is. It's next door neighbors to West Virginia. I don't know how far that is, but they used to say it was far. You know what I mean? You might go up there in April and it might still be snowing out there. Like they said that joint was far, man, and it was in the mountains. So, I catch the dirty on, man. I'm hearing about how he cleaning up Susses. Like, so the wreck, they said, I started noticing how the wreck jump was. Then one day, this time I didn't have a window sill. Well, I couldn't look and see the yard. But when we go outside, dudes used to talk. Because everybody, you can go outside when you're in the hole. Like I told you, they put you in that dog cage. Dudes be talking, everybody be talking. So everybody is saying, like, look, they about to put a fence in the middle of the ball field. Now, I told y'all the ball field was like the sweetest yard to be on, because you might be on the yard with a ball field, on the yard and with this pod, and it'd be 4 pods to be up there from different buildings. So it was a fun time to be on the ball field, because the ball field was the best place to be. And it was big, you can walk. But they say now he's splitting it in the middle. They splitting it in the middle. They putting the fence down the middle. So I'm like, for what? He's doing it because now he's about to revamp the rec schedule. So he started revamping the rec schedule, and now he got just the buildings coming out at a time. Like your building might have this day, and you know, this part over here on this side of the ball field, the other part on this side of the ball field, you can either go on the court or you can either go on the yard one. You know what I mean? So I'm like, he put a fence in him. That was crazy. Like, this might don't sound like nothing to y'all, but that was petty, man. Like, for real. It was fun going out. Like, you had access to go on the ball field. You could walk down by 4 building where if you was in 2 building and talk to dudes down there. Or if you was a dude in 4 building, you could walk down by 2 building and 1 building to talk to dudes. But he put a fence in the middle. That jump was just, I was like, yo, this is getting crazy, man. Like, this dude is blacking out up here. He's going crazy. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, this is nuts, man. So, you know, I'm still thinking like I have to get out of here, but I just caught another dirty on, yo. I caught another dirty on. So boom, I get out the hole. Dudes are still smoking though. Like that's how I go. Like dudes really don't care. Dudes still gonna smoke. I just started seeing like it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't fun no more. It wasn't like I couldn't get no more money up there. I couldn't move this way. I couldn't do that way. He done got rid of a lot of dudes I was rocking with. You know what I mean? Like dudes are starting to smarten up. I'm starting to see dudes now and think like, yo, it's time to roll. So through this process, y'all, even when I was in the hole and even when I got out, I started meeting dudes that was from Lawrenceville. Now, the dudes from Lawrenceville, when you mess up at Lawrenceville, which was a level 3, they will send you to Susses 2, which was a level 4. Now, the dudes from Lawrenceville, they used to come up there and just tell me the stories. You know what I mean? I'll meet somebody from Lawrenceville and he'll always have an exotic story. Yeah, man, I was in the cell with my girl and, you know what I mean? I was getting head. The other girl I was messing with, she walked in, they started fighting. I'm like, what? He's like, man, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, my wife is a CO. Like, your wife? Like, yeah, my wife. She used to come through and bring me KFC chicken and this and that. She bring me Sunday dinner, whatever she cook every day. I got a pound of weed. Like a pound. Like, I got a pound of weed. I got this. I got that. Man, I was just hearing the stories about it. I'm just like, man, this place can be like that. So this place can be like that because it was a private-owned compound. It wasn't ran by DOC. It was ran by GEO, and we're going to get to that later. But I'm just hearing how sweet the stories was. I'm like, this can't be real. Because Susses was sweet, but it won't sweet like that. Like, dudes just saying, like, sweet, and they just explaining to me the setup. They like, yo, the visiting room is nothing like you ever seen. So I'm hearing all these things, and I'm like, man, like, all right. So as time go on, I'm thinking like maybe I gotta dip, man. So boom, I get out the hole. I see more dudes from Lawrenceville, more good stories. I'm like, damn, man, it is real. This has got to be real. But why y'all keep messing up, getting off that jump though? Like for real. Like that's what y'all mess up, man. Y'all come into this place, y'all tripping. You know what I mean? I never want to leave that place for this place. Y'all are wilding, man. So when I get out the hole, y'all, this time they moved me in not 4. I went back to 2 building. But I went to 2B. So when I go to 2B, I'm in a cell with a Mexican dude that work in the kitchen. He barely know English. You know what I mean? But I didn't care. The 13-inch TVs that just came out, we used to just have the little 7-inch color TVs, but they came with the 13-inch bubble TVs now. So of course I had to grab one of those. So as soon as I got out the hole, that was happening. Boom. Call Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes helped me get one of those immediately. I think it was like 100 and some change. Grab that, needed that. Now I got a little 13-inch TV. Oh, I got a big TV. Finally, I'm able to watch TV when you put your music on that. Music is loud. It was just a beautiful thing. So the Mexican dude always in the kitchen. For me, it was cool though. But they started going crazy now. The dude going even crazier now. He came with this. They put the compound on lockdown and they did a mass movement. Now, when I say a mass movement is when they move a lot of people from this side to that side. You're going here, you're going there, you're going here. So this is what he done, man. And I feel like this was messed up, man, because this kind of put people business out there. And they won't really want nobody business how much time people got. Like a lot of people be wanting to know, your homeboys might know, but it ain't nobody business. But he did this. He got everybody from the compound that release date was past 2029 and 2030. So if your release date was past 2029 and 2030, which this year right here I'm talking about now is like 2007, he was moving you to one building. So he was just moving dudes like even dudes that I didn't know had that much time. Y'all heard what I said? 2029, 2030. And this is 2006 or 2007, the year I'm talking about right now. So I'm looking like, damn, right then and there, y'all. That was the time that I stopped complaining about me having 18 years. I was like, you know what? I used to get in the bed at night, even after I smoked, even when everything smoked, I still think like, man, I still got 12 years left. I still got 11 years, still got 10 years left. It was just crazy thinking like that. So when I seen that he did that mass movement, he put dudes in one building, the release date was past 2029. That's a long time, man. So I seen a lot of my homeboys go there. I seen a lot of dudes, you know what I mean? Like that let it be known right there how much time you got. And he separated the compound like that. And that was messed up, man. And he had everybody all the time in one building. And that was nuts. So he did that. So they start making the pod I'm in, which was 2B. They made that a work, like kitchen, get the job on the yard, the dudes like that. They want to make that pod the work pod. So of course I gotta get moved for this. They moved me back to 2C. They moved me back to 2C again, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I stayed in 2C. Like they moved me there a bunch of times. So boom. When they moved me to 2C, you know what I mean? I go, you know what I mean? They put me in the cell with a dude named Alameen, and he was in cell 28 upstairs. So when I get there, I don't know, dude, you know what I mean? Because 2C done switched over. Like the whole pod is definitely not the same 2C. It's not the same two. When I say the whole pod done flipped over. I done been in 3D for a while, 4 building, went to the whole. So it's been like a year or two. So the whole jump done switched over. So I knew dudes in there, but it wasn't a lot of my homeboys in there at all. You know what I mean? It won't. So, man, for real, I want to say, matter of fact, man, rest in peace, man. My dude Smurf, man, If Man was in there. Matter of fact, If Man was in there. If Man was in there at this time. How could I forget? If Man was in there. So I was cool with bro. You know what I mean? I was cool with bro because I know If Man. So boom, I'm in the cell with dude Alameen. As soon as they move me in the cell with dude Alameen, as soon as I get in the cell, it was almost lockdown time. So nobody was out. So they was about to count anyway. So when I get in the joint, I put my stuff up, boom, boom, boom. He was like, you trying to smoke? Man, a joint roll about this long. I'm like, because I done told myself, like, this time, y'all, I was in the hole. I promised my mama, like, I'm done. Like, I've been going to the hole too much with dumbass dirty young. So I'm like, man, I'm done, man. Like, I'm just going to try to get off this joint. Tired of hearing the Lawrenceville stories. I got to go. You know what I mean? So he was like, you want to smoke? I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. So he smoked. So he worked on a night shift. He worked cleaning the showers and doing stuff like that. That's what he used to do. So he stayed gone a lot, especially at night. And that's what I used to like. But I didn't smoke. So a few days, 3-4 days go by. The weekend come around. It's the beginning of the playoffs. This is the playoffs, y'all. Like, this is when the playoffs first kicked off. You know what I mean? So y'all know how it be when the playoffs kicked off, especially in prison. That's a fun time. So the playoffs hit. The weekend is here. Everybody know the investigator is a maniac. So you have to be a maniac to really test the limits with him. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere, they said the Newport News boys got the weed. So I'm like, what? They tripping. So the only Newport News dude that I really rocked with that I knew was the dude who got the pack roommate. And his roommate was Block. And Block knew me from, I used to mess with Bear. Bear was my homeboy when we first got to Lawrenceville. I mean, not Lawrenceville. When we first got on Sussex. So, like Block was like bare OG. He was older than us. He was already like experienced with doing time. So I met him like that. So me and Block was cool. So I'm chilling, man. I'm bored. I just got off the phone with my peoples. Like, I'm just like, man, I just went to commissary, got a little money. I'm like, I want to smoke so bad. I want to smoke so bad. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. The devil got into my brain. I said, Block, let me holler at you. I said, boom, boom, boom. You keep it. He was like, yeah. He made the play. I gave him the stuff. Gave me the weed. I went back in the cell. I was like, bro, you trying to smoke? He was like, damn right. He smoked. He was like, I'm gonna smoke one later. He smoked another one later. I'm back smoking, y'all. Because I'm thinking, like, maybe it's all right over here. Like, maybe I could get away with smoking, man. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm a smoker, y'all. Like, and that used to be my downfall. I ain't gonna lie. So, boom. We smoked that night. Newport News boys got the pack that Saturday. That Sunday we smoked. You know what I mean? Monday roll around. Now, when Monday roll around, everything is normal. We go to breakfast. We come back. Go to rec. Everybody was at rec. We chill. Now it's lockdown time, 10:30. So when we locked down, me and my roommate, he was like, look, when they count, we're going to smoke again. Like, bet. We smoked. He got the incense burning right there on the ground. You know what I mean? Incense burning. That's what dudes usually do when they smoke in the cell, especially during count time. They'll have an incense burning. You know, the police didn't care because there's so much smoke in the air. They don't know what's going on. So we smoked. So I'm like, he like, man, I'm about to go to sleep, man. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm about to wash clothes real quick. So I wash clothes in my box. I be hearing dudes say they wash clothes in the toilet. Not me. I can't wash no drawers and nothing. I'm putting my body in that toilet, man. That toilet dirty as hell. No sir, man. I ain't doing it, man. So I'm about to wash in my box. I grabbed a detergent. They sell the little boxes of detergent. I grabbed the detergent. I put the detergent in the box. I go to the sink. I put the box on the toilet. And I go to the sink. And I'm about to get the water right and get my cup and start filling up the box. I go like this. I'm like, like, yo. So my roommate, you know, you can hear the noise as you keep hitting the button. So I'm just in a daze because I just keep hitting the button. My roommate like, yo, what's going on? He get up, he like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, the water off. He like, what? He go, water off. I'm like, yeah. He like, water off. He used to keep like 2 cups of water in these old cups right on the table next to his bed. As soon as I say that, he start bucking. I'm like, what's going on? Next thing you know, the police noise. I go to the door and look. It's the white dude. It's the white investigator. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Man, I said, look, damn that box. I went and hopped in the bed. I went and laid down. I'm like, Lord, please, God, don't let him call my cell. Please. I'm done after this. I'm done smoking. I promise you, I'm done smoking. I promise. That man comes straight upstairs. Now, the dudes that got the package is on the top tier as well, but they on the other side of us. We on the first part, 23 through 34. I'm on that side. The other side, 35 through 44. That side, that's who got the pack. This man comes straight upstairs. I hear him come upstairs. You can hear him going up the steps because my cell is not far from the steps where you hit the corner to start from 23. He coming up. Him and somebody else. All you hear is, open up 23. Open up 24. Open up 25. I'm like, please, God, please don't let this man call me, please. Open up 27. It was like a short pause, probably like 20 seconds. Open up 28. The door open. Man, we forgot we got the incense down there burning. Like it was a wreck, y'all. It was a mess, man. The door open. He said, he come in. He said, he looked at the incense. He looked at me. He said, y'all put y'all clothes on. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Lord, man. I hop off the bed. He go to open up 29. 29 was the Newport News dude's homeboy. Know what I mean? I want to say his name was Jazz, man. I was cool with him too, man. Like Jazz was cool as hell from Newport News too. But him and his man was in the cell. And then blocking his man, you know what I mean? That the package was on the other side of the tier. So he stopped at 35. He hit the whole top tier, even 34, and stopped at 35. Nobody from that other side of the top tier got pissed. And which was crazy. I was like, damn. I was like, this is crazy. So they get us all out there. They get Newport. I know the Newport News dude's dirty. You know what I mean? They people's got the pack. They've been smoking all weekend. I'm dirty. My roommate dirty. I'm looking at everybody. Everybody's dirty. He take us to that same little area now. He moved us to Where they take you to, like, it's like the support building part, like in the beginning, kind of like when you first get come in on the compound at. That's where they take us at. So they took us there in the little room. We in the little room, man. I told y'all you got a little bit of water if you need a little bit of water. Like, I ain't really, like, when they get me like that, I told y'all, I just be like, man, I'm just ready to get this over with, man. Like, I ain't gonna be like a lot of dudes. So a lot of dudes in there panicking, man. The Newport News dudes in there panicking. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't know. They said one dude in there ended up drinking some toilet water. They say he was trying out to get a dirty so bad. They say he drank some toilet water just to get some water in his system. I'm like, wow, I'm hearing this like, yo, this is crazy. They got us in there. Dudes is going crazy. You might see dudes like he's sitting at a spot, little white investigator sitting, but he's watching. Like, he can see people. Like, we in the little area, but dudes is like trying to like pee in anything, like just to get a piss off. You know what I mean? Dudes are trying anything. I don't know the dude Jazz from Newport News, if he was drinking a lot of water. I don't know what he did or how he did. All I know is he was about to take his piss test, and then out of nowhere, he just threw up. And then it was crazy. It's like the investigator seen him about to throw up. He was like, he about to throw up. The investigator grabbed a trash can and caught it like on some movie shit. Like, he was like, throwing up. I'm like, it's crazy down here, man. It's crazy down here, man. Long story short, of course, we got bagged. We got bagged again. He locked all us up. The next day, all us end up going to the hole. Boom. I'm at the hole again, y'all. It's like number 5. I'm like, man, I'm done. I cannot do this again. Like, I'm getting off here. And the only good thing about me catching that dirty urine right there, y'all, is that I caught that dirty urine in November, December, in January when the playoffs started, but right before my annual review. So it didn't kill me because I'm going up for my annual review and I got to start fresh in January. So I told myself, I'm done with weed. I'm getting off Lawrenceville. I'm done with this maniac investigator. I'm done with him, man. You can't do no time around this psycho. He got fences built everywhere. He messed the rec schedule up. He done tore off everybody that mattered. You can't have no weed. You can't smoke no weed. I'm done. I'm getting off here. Tired of hearing about these Lawrenceville stories, man. So I went to the hole, y'all. I went to the hole, man. I told myself I was done, man. So when I went to the hole, I want to say they put me in 4 building first. And then something happened in 4 building. Then I had to get moved again. Guess where they moved me at? They moved me back to 2C. Swear to God, they moved me back to 2C. But this time around 2C, my homeboy Hot Rod, rest in peace, was in there. Twizzy from Norfolk was his roommate. And it was a few more dudes in there from the town. Lil Rick ended up coming in there later. You know what I mean? So we all in 2C. So the dudes that was in that particular part, everybody is in staying out the way mode. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That's when I first kind of started saying staying out the way, because that's what we was doing in there. Like, you had to go a year charge free, then go up for your annual, then become a 3, then wait like a month or 2 to get transferred. So like, everybody was in that mode. Like, we just bid, man. We just gonna work out, bid, stay out the way, and get up off this jump. So that was the plan. You know what I mean? So I'm in the room with a dude named Jose from DC. I'm in cell 44 now, y'all. Now I'm in the cell all the way on the top tier to the other side of the corner by the back door. So he works at night. The dude, Alameen, I meant to tell y'all, my old roommate that I was in the cell with when I first went in there, and I told you that I jumped this long to smoke. He was the only one that really beat the piss test. And I don't know how, but he beat it. So he's still in 2C. So he's still up to his old shenanigans. You know what I mean? He's going to smoke. Like, I think he was from Philly. He was a real pothead. So he's going to smoke. So he worked the night shift cleaning showers. My roommate worked the night shift cleaning showers. And there was another dude named Sleepy that worked the night shift cleaning showers. Tall dude. So they used to be running around doing their little thing. So one night he come in the cell. I'm chilling. Like I told you, I'm not smoking. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not messing around. I'm not doing anything. The man came in the cell one day on the night shift and was like, "You trying to smoke?" I'm like, "Trying to smoke?" He was like, "Roll this up. I'm about to go get in the shower." I'm like, he put it in my hand, y'all. I just stuck with it in my hand. Like, he said, the dudes in 2D got the package. The dude went in the visitor room and he telling me everything. I didn't ask for this information. He's like, dudes in 2D got the package. I'm like, damn. He left. I sat at the table. I was like, I opened it. I smelled it. I smelled it. I'm like, and I rolled it. I ain't gonna lie. I rolled that joint up. I rolled it up. Twisted it. You know what I mean? He get out the shower, boom, he come in the jump. He's like, you roll it up. I was like, yeah. He's like, light that jump. I was like, whew. Put some fire to that jump. I said, I hit it one. I promise y'all, I swear to God, I hit it one time. I said, I'm good, man. I said, I'm good. He was like, you good? I was like, I'm good, man. He was like, all right. He smoked that joint down. He was high as a bitch. Was I high as a bitch? No, because I was so disappointed in myself for breaking my stride, breaking what I said I promised my mama and everybody I was going to do. I'm like, Lord, but I hit it only once. Boom, next morning come, y'all. I promise y'all. Next morning come, which was Monday. Breakfast. I'm in the cell getting ready for count. I'm ready to take a nap. You know what I mean? I'm in that joint a little tired. I'm about to go to sleep. Intercom. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't the intercom yet. It wasn't no intercom, nothing like that. They just got us on lockdown at the count clear. We trying to figure out what's going on. So we're like, what's going on? Next thing you know, I told you my door's by the back door. The back door opened, boom. The back door opened up because you can hear when the back door open, make the noise like boom. That jump opened up. Like, oh, I look because I can look from my bed and see what's happening, what's going to happen, who's coming through there. I see 2, 3, 4 inmates come through there. Now that's unusual because you don't supposed to come through there. So I'm like, why is inmates coming through there? As soon as they finish walking through there, you see a CO come behind them, then you see the white dude. I'm like, oh my God, this dude got the best. He got Jason Bourne intel. His intel is on, man, this dude is a monster, man. He's a monster. He got Jason Bourne intel. He knows everything. So I see the dudes that my roommate told me that had the package come from there. I think they was from Richmond. They come through the back door, boom, 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 boom. And I didn't want to get off the bed to look and see what's going on. I was in froze mode again, y'all. I'm on the bed. I'm on the bed. I ain't moving nowhere. So he get them. They come in the pod. You know what I mean? So once they passed us, my roommate got up and looked. So I'm like, I'm talking to him. I'm like, what's going on? He like, man, those are the dudes who got the pack in 2D. I'm like, why he bring them to our pod? Next thing you know, boom, they call my roommate name. They come downstairs. So he like, for what? Like, he's like, the lady said, this get your stuff together. You know what I mean? This put your clothes on. For what? Like, that's crazy. So he don't know how. I never really seen dude up there before. I met him when I came to see that time. He was an older dude, kind of from DC. He was older than me. So I'm pretty sure he hip. So I'm still in the bed. I'm not moving. I am not moving. So next thing you know, I hear him say, open 28 up. That's the dude I was in the cell with Alameen. Get him. And then he opened up the dude's cell downstairs. The next thing you know, all you hear is, open 44. Boom, my door opened up. I'm like, oh, God. I know I prayed to you about this before, but please don't do this to me. I'm halfway through where I'm supposed to be at to get off here. I'm halfway through. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? But I had to hit it one time just to see. And when I hit it one time, it wasn't the same and I couldn't do it no more. I was like, I'm done with it. The man said, open 44. He walked in. He walked in our cell. He looked at me. I'm on the top rack looking like I'm looking at Sports Center. He said, he told my roommate, he called my roommate last name. He said, put your clothes on. My roommate put his stuff on. He watched him the whole time. He said, go sit down there. When he left, he stayed in there. He looked at me. He was like, he just shook his head like, I was like, do this man know I only hit the Feezy one time? Like, his intel can't be that good. His intel cannot be that good. Long story short, man, everybody took a piss test. They all went down. That man is a monster. That indication, right? I was already off that stuff anyway. I was done, man. I was done. I had to get off there. I told people, I am out of there. I am out of there, man. God bless me not to get pissed that time. Thank you, God. I only hit it one time. I appreciate that. And I got up off that jump, man. I promise you, man. They called me for the pack up. They called me and my homeboy Dooley. I know a dude from Richmond named Dooley. They called both of us at the same time. Dooley already been in Lawrenceville. Now he going back to Lawrenceville. So when they called us, they pack up. The lady told me to come to the booth and get my trash bags, man, to pack up, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I swear to God, when I left that jump, y'all, that jump felt like I had a release date. That jump felt like I was going home. I promise you, like, it was just too crazy. I couldn't do it no more, man. I had to go. I had to take my show to South Beach, man. I took my talent to South Beach. I was out of there, man. I was gone, man. I couldn't do it no more, man. And then when I went to go pack up in property, when I'm coming out of property and I'm coming back, I'm just feeling good. I'm packed up, like, yes, this is good. I'm coming back down the boulevard. I look, the white investigator dude is standing by the building. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna walk past him. I get close. He said, White. So, he said, look, I know what you're doing. And don't let me have to come to Lawrenceville, man, because I'm everywhere now. So he just got so serious with this investigative stuff. I was like, you ain't got to worry about me, man. He was like, all right. Telling you, because they got a lot of phones up there. They got a lot of this, and they got a lot of that. I'm like, man, look, I'm going up there to do my time. You ain't got to worry about me. That was the end of the story. Dooley said he did the same thing to him. So this dude was relentless. But I had to go, y'all. And I was out of there, man. I was gone, man. I had to roll. I took my talents to South Beach, man. You know what I mean? So that's the end of the story, y'all, man. You know, I had to go. I was out of there, man. Lawrenceville next. Lawrenceville's on the way, man. Lawrenceville's story's going to be bangers. I couldn't deal with Sussex no more. The investigator was a maniac. I'm telling y'all, he was a maniac, man. But real talk, man. Thank all y'all for watching, man. Thank everybody who like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep the momentum, like I told y'all. Let's keep going up, man. Let's keep rolling, man. I'm going to keep them coming, man. I'm going to keep my Jones long. So y'all got to sit down, get your popcorn ready messing with me, man. So appreciate everybody for watching, man. Love y'all, man.